Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Here we go. It is Thursday. The KVJ after the show. Hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pickus.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Well, it's about to hit, man. We're going to be ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow going to be crazy. We're going to
It
get some
is.
drinks.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A little break going to be going on. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, I don't have everything mapped out yet. I got to start putting some plans together.
Are you excited for the break? At least
Yeah.
the first half of the break is
Yeah.
cozy. The second half, we start to worry about the show a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all good. You know, what's different, people have asked, hey, you know, how long you guys off? Last year we had like a full 2 weeks, and week one was pretty awesome. And then after a while, it was like, okay, you know, you kind of ran out of stuff to do and didn't go anywhere. And it's like, what are we doing now? So if I'd have gone somewhere, it might have been better. But this year we're not taking as much, not like a full 2 weeks. It's going to be more like a week and a half, I think, is what it's looking like. Still try to figure that out. But probably going to be back. It looks like maybe like Wednesday the 3rd, something like that. I think I'm going to take the second because I got a lot of football games on January 1st. And then kids are off the whole week, first week of January from school. And so a lot of times we try to follow the school calendar.
Yes.
With whatever happens there. One, because we got kids in school, but two, you know, it's just easier and people are out. It's a weird, you know, vibe and mood and all that kind of stuff. So right now, probably back on the 3rd, January 3rd, in some sort. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited. Just got to figure out what's going on. I know it's going to be a new craft bar place. It's open up in West Palm. That's on the list. I found a place that I was just kind of looking through some stuff. Didn't even know. I keep, you know, wanting to get to this point. I've kind of been waiting on Brightline. Brightline's screwing up all my plans because, you know, I got these ambitious plans to really start going and exploring a little bit more. I know a little bit about, you know, Fort Lauderdale. I've been a couple places there. But, you know, just because if you go someplace to have cocktails, last thing you want to do, and, you know, Fort Lauderdale's what, 45 minutes from
where?
West Palm? No, I can't do it. I don't have it in me.
I love it. That's true honesty.
I don't have it in me.
I'm sorry.
So it's like, you know, 45 minutes and you're like going, okay, and I get it. Cause you know, normally my wife is, she's always the one that wants to drive, and she's like, but you know, she has to have like one glass of wine at the most if she's going to be driving. So.
Is that her drink of choice, wine?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She goes like a Pinot Noir is kind of her thing. So she does wine. I do beer.
Would you rather have hard alcohol, like your cocktail mix, whatever, vodka, wine, or beer? What's your favorite? You can only get one for the rest of your life.
I'm a moody bitch. I change. Sometimes
Really?
I want a beer. Sometimes I want a glass of wine. Sometimes I want champagne. Sometimes I want a vodka.
You get one, though. You only get to pick one.
Champagne.
Is that hard liquor? Is that considered in the hard liquor world?
No, it's more in the wine family.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's a little more alcohol by volume. I mean, beer is the easiest, you know, for the most part. And now they do make some potent beers. But, I mean, if you want to have low alcohol volume, beer is the way you go.
champagne's just everything I believe in. You know, it's high maintenance. It's diva. It's just fun. It's celebratory. It's just me.
Obnoxious.
It's probably why I can't stand champagne. it really reminds me of Virginia.
I love it. I could drink it constantly. I got a very, very good friend of mine, and he just won me over with the whole thing. Life is a celebration. Why not celebrate every moment and have champagne as much as possible?
But much like the wine community, the champagne community is the same way. They all think they can tell the difference between a high-end champagne and a low-end, and they can't. We proved that point with Virginia and her wine failure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that test was completely good because you didn't have any shitty wine in here. That guy brought all good wine. He just bought good wine and better wine.
It was Virginia's test. Jaybird aced it. She lost. It was her people.
Yeah, I know.
And now here she is
Yeah,
complaining
I know.
about it, saying it
There was
was
no-
all wrong and
There was no
rim-rigged.
shitty wine.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
We hear you, Virginia.
She's hating on her own bit.
Hey, look, I know we'll never do that on the air again, but I got all the time in the world. We can revisit that bit at my place, and we can do a video.
Bring it. Let's do it at the Feast of the Seven Fishes.
I'm not going to that.
Yes, you are.
I'm really not going to that.
Why?
You know.
It's not. I already have plans. I do have as much as
No.
I have a family.
I want you to come to my house.
Oh, and if I don't show up to my thing, I will be a dish of the 7 fish. They'll fucking kill me and ship me over to you if I don't. If I miss my Christmas to go to your 7 of fishes thingy.
Don't miss for my fish.
I can't do it. I can't justify it, Virginia.
Not gonna happen, huh?
I got a thing that I have to go to.
Yeah.
I'm already getting Italian guilt about, you're coming, right?
Well, my party's Italian. Bring all the Italians.
Okay, I'll go. If that will end this conversation, we can move on.
Because we're not otherwise, yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah, so one of the places I want to check out, it's just, the Brightline was going to be great for me because you pop on that, like, my wife and I would get Uber over to, the Brightline station. You hop on Brightline, takes you down to Fort Lauderdale or Miami.
And they serve beverages on the way.
Absolutely, yeah. And, you could plug in if we could talk, have beverages, or we could plug in and watch something if we wanted because they got, like, charging stations and Wi-Fi on this bad boy. And then you go down there and, at the most an hour later, you pop off and you're like, hey, cool, here we are. And if you have to, you take an Uber to wherever you're going to go. Or, if you're staying in the Brickell area, you can just walk, wherever that might be. And I'm like, oh, this is great. So I got to wait for this thing to open. So I'm hoping like in January they get this damn train going. Like it was supposed to be like 3 months ago. But I found this place today. And it's awesome. It's called Wharf Miami. I was just looking at it. I was like going, it's like if a place was made for me. See, I love tall buildings and I love Brickell in that area. I've always liked skyscrapers because I came from a real small town. And so, nothing was big and everything was real, podunk. And so when I'd see a big city, I was like, look at them tall buildings, Ma. Dang, I can't believe they built something so high in the sky. And so it's a bright light. So I've always been attracted to the bright lights because I never grew up with that. So I love Brickell, but at the same time, small town Kev still exists. I'm very low maintenance. Like, look, I wear backwards ball caps, t-shirts. That's what I'm comfortable in. And so there's this place called The Wharf, and it's kind of like right there close to Brickell, and it's right on the Miami River. And it looks kind of like a little redneck spot in the middle of it all, right on the water. They've got like that green turf, like that fake artificial turf, and they've got lawn chairs, like one of those streamline trailers. Have you ever seen those things? Or whatever they
Little
call
Winnebago.
Yeah, and they serve like food out of that, and they got this little shack, and it's The Wharf, and it looks like they have craft beer there. And that's kind of it. You chill on lawn chairs right on the river, and you get to look up at the tall buildings and all that kind of stuff. Because I've gone and I've done Brickell, and there's a part of me, I don't feel like I belong. It's odd for me because, yeah, it's all fancy, but I'm uncomfortable a lot of times in real high-end fancy stuff.
Yeah, you showed me the picture of this place, and this looks like some redneck bought 1 acre of property right there along the waterfront in Brickell and just said, you know what, we're going to make this legit.
Right. It is, and I'm like going, oh my gosh! I'm like, I can't believe this actually exists. It's
going to be huge.
I'd get my tall buildings, and I'd be able to like chill on a lawn chair, like on fake grass, like looking at the water. I'm like, this is perfect.
I'm with you with the fake grass. I love the fake grass. Tall buildings,
Yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't give you an invite, Jay, bro. I know you wouldn't like that part. But
if I had a couple beers to get there, I'll be good.
You could on the Brightline. It might work for you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We drink on the tri-rail.
Oh
yeah.
We're not supposed. Oh, it's so broke down how we
it's
go.
It's a production.
Well, we have to go down to Fort Lauderdale. It is ridiculous because Virginia's got beer in her purse. I've got one in like underneath my jean leg.
But then there's a tri-rail cop.
Yes.
And so he does his rounds, and so everybody in our group knows that okay, I look north, you look south, and we got to cover for each other.
Because you're not technically allowed to drink on the tri-rail.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to drink alcohol.
So Suits and Denny's are usually our
lookout.
Because me and Virginia are usually the ones that are pre-gaming.
Okay. All right.
It's fun. It's kind of like makes it an adventure.
It actually does.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm hoping maybe over the break this might be something I can go check out. It's Wharf Miami. It's on Southwest North River Drive, so it's right on the Miami River. If you know where that like cuts right through downtown and Brickell.
Oh yeah.
Some spot right there. Like I said though, it's like I said, I love Brickell, but I get there and I've been to even a couple parties that were there when we were in Miami.
Yes.
And I'm just like, gosh, I do not belong. It just felt so. Everybody's dressed so nice and it's so.
Oh, I stick out like such a sore thumb.
It's not like downtown West Palm where you have like 3 or 4 really fancy condo buildings with high end.
Right.
You've got like 80.
Well, I like
and everybody's got like 20 times the money you have, and it's like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
What do these people do for a living?
Well, even on the casual stuff, like on South Beach, people are, they wear even just like their casual clothes are like real dressy, if that makes sense. They're wearing shorts and a shirt.
But he's got a blazer on, and it's very nice.
It's a blazer, but
Shorts and a blazer.
It's very fancy.
That's you, but yeah.
Oh my God! If you wore booty shorts and a blazer to our next event, I'll buy all your drinks all night.
When we did that last event at the I stood out. Oh,
Yeah.
even with the people that work there, I looked like I was
Yeah,
not
see, those
working with
events
them.
for me, because it's kind of weird. You can still dress cool, like for the temperature, but still be real fancy. Like you have these kind of shirts that are light material, and
Yes.
and that's kind of more, and that's not even still my style. So see, I like a place where you look normal in regular, like shorts, flip flops, and a t-shirt, backwards ball cap. So see, I like the nice place. That's why I like these craft beer places, because I wear like the wardrobe of that. But yeah, you go down to like Brickell and in South Beach, it's a different. I don't feel comfortable. I'm like going, I don't belong here.
Well,
This ain't my thing.
If I went to a fancy rich party, like a legit party, there's no way they'd want to talk about snacks or ghosts or there's no way.
I don't know. You had some of those girls chuckling the other night at the O. I saw there's a few ladies that were digging your chili. They were like, tell us more.
Because he was a novelty act.
Yeah.
Tell us more, court jester.
Yeah.
As you wish,
Dance
madam.
monkey.
Yeah, that's
Make
kinda
me
it.
laugh.
You didn't see the part where they were throwing rocks at me, making me dance and jump.
Oh, they weren't doing that.
No, I know. I'm kidding. No, they were they listened to the
Everybody
program.
was super cool. There was a lot of listeners there.
I'm not even talking about that. That was a very cool. That was
There was
without a doubt very
fancy
cool.
listeners there, I mean, we've got the spectrum, but there was some really fancy listeners of ours there.
But I have the parties you're talking about. I've been to a few of those, and the whole time I'm just like, I cannot wait to be home in my underwear eating a pizza, just away from.
Now, if that's not a vision of sexy, I don't know what is.
Oh yeah.
Please tell me you have video of this.
You want none of that.
Got an email from Chris B. in Boca. He said he's got the week off. Actually, been able to listen to both shows, and hoping to maybe get in for the No Name movie game tomorrow. Try something that's going to work. He said, also, by the way, Virginia and Jaybird, men with big bushy beards may not have given up on life or are going through a crisis. They may just be a big old gay bear. We love the mountain man look.
I don't think Virginia's more of the on the thought of.
I'm the more judgy.
Yeah, I do think with a beard, there's some thought behind that. A guy's thinking about, all right, I think I'm going to grow a beard now. There's a reason behind it, and that's what I mean, that they're kind of going through something. They're mixing it up, baby.
Okay, yeah, they're maybe just going through changes. That's all they're
Virginia
going
is
through.
like, the guy's fucking, he's throwing the towel in on life. He doesn't want women.
I think that a guy that does that, it looks like he's just given up on ever attracting a vagina. Because, I mean, if it looks scraggly and it looks a mess on his face, what is his penile area going to look
I think
like?
Chris is looking to attract a dick.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well,
That's what
it's
he's saying.
different then. Maybe it goes down different in the gay world.
Yeah, maybe he's a gay man who just loves big old hairy balls.
And not every girl likes a guy clean shaven like a Ken doll. Like, not every girl likes
No,
that.
I'm not saying that, but I think most girls like a guy who looks like he's showered, coiffed, and put it together.
I was talking about downstairs in the basement.
I'm talking about that too.
Yeah, okay. So
Like you washed your dick, you
Yeah.
trimmed it up a little bit, you made sure it's not a stinky, scraggly mess.
you're okay with if it's got like a fat fade going on down there. You're cool with that as long as it's.
Are you etching in that thing? Like, I don't know.
You know
I
what
gotta
I mean.
see it. How fat is your fade?
I'm just saying you're okay if there's a little bit of fuzz.
Yes. Fuzz is fine. Unruly, gross, and out of control with pieces of lint in it? No.
You don't want the ball hair to connect with the ass hair.
No.
Got ya.
No duck butter, none of that.
What's duck butter?
It's like a dirty cheesy
Famunda cheese.
stuff that you get. Yeah, if you don't properly wash yourself.
There's a word for that. There's a schmegma, I think. Let me. Google
I think
it.
schmegma is spooge.
No, schmegma, I think, is a because some kid was nicknamed Schmegma, and that's how we all know that. I think it's dry, crusty stuff on someone's
I
penis.
think schmegma is semen.
I don't know, man. We got a debate.
Duck butter is different. Duck butter's not semen. Duck butter is like just thyme, lint, sweat.
Schmegma is a waxy like white stuff that is on the uncircumcised penis, and if not cleaned daily, it will get very cake-like and start to smell.
Excuse me. That is the grossest thing we have ever talked about on the air. Oh, my God.
Okay, we got to be cleaning our penises, guys.
We got to be clear.
Do not let some girl get down there and have it be raunchy or smelly or have schmegma or duck butter.
I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty mad that I Googled it.
You got to get down there and do the work. You got to put the time in. You got to care.
Hey, that goes in.
Don't you want us to come back to this area?
That goes both sides here. Let's make sure the old clam isn't.
Oh, I'm big into clam maintenance.
You are, huh?
I try to keep it high and tight.
High and tight, huh?
Absolutely.
You do the Baldy Rinaldi?
No. I got a little laser action, but I left a little, thank goodness, because Panda loves it. But I lasered long before I knew Panda.
Mm-hmm.
I just truly believe in making sure that you stay sexy. Don't let it go.
Yeah. I think smell's a big thing.
Smells
Keeping
a
it clean.
massive thing, yes. And having it just not look dirty.
Yep. Michelle sent an email, said, it's so funny how after listening to the Star Wars podcast, you guys just distorted the story, especially on how Jason is so angry. My husband and I are just laughing at his old man reasoning as to why he hates certain moments. We watched the movie 3 times already in a packed house, and every time everyone stood up and applauded at the scene that you were talking about with Leia and BB-8 scenes. So this is just
terrible.
collectively saying, hey, Jay-Bird, go fuck yourself. Bigfoot is not real, you old, sad, lonely little man.
Okay,
So, no, joking, we love you.
So here's the thing. I liked Rogue One, and I really liked Force Awakens. You can't say it's an old man thing. I just thought it was a shitty storyline. How can I be out of touch with it if I liked Rogue One, if I liked Force Awakens? No, I did not like their shitty ass fucking script. Princess Leia floating in space. Oh, no, I forgot this is. I forgot about spoilers.
Spoiler, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd be terrible on the stand. I would be terrible.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Anybody's waiting to see it.
You can never commit a crime. That's all.
I know. Even if I
Don't ever do it.
I do not want to be questioned by police because no matter what they say, I will be guilty, even if I'm not. I didn't murder them. My heart will be going off the chart. Whatever.
I was actually reading an article about it last night, too, and it is some of the responses to the new Star Wars. It's very polarizing, and it's about what they do with the characters mainly, in the old characters, and that's just it, because, I think that some people wanted a different outcome, but I would say that it's probably 2/3 of the people really love The Last Jedi, and 1/3 are angry about it and don't like it. So I think that seems to be about the breakdown that I'm seeing. And, some people are like saying, you got to remove this from the canon of Star Wars movies and pretend like it didn't happen. That's not going to happen. And
yeah, I don't want to say anymore because I will spoil it.
Well, as I was reading into it, just one thing, in fairness to it, they were comparing the reviews of this movie and the reaction to it to the second of the original Star Wars movies, and a lot of the hate was the same. So they said in time, people may look back on this movie more favorably. In the moment, in the heat of it, you may feel a certain way, but give it 10, 20 years, and people may look back on this and say, oh my gosh, it was so amazing and actually maybe as good, if not better than The Empire Strikes Back.
So much I want to say, but I shall shut the fuck up.
Somebody in the hall that was like, well, it was such a great movie just a minute ago, and Jaber's like, I can't even talk to them because he was so bothered by it.
Oh, I can feel the
Who
dark
was
side.
it? Who liked it?
I'm not about outing anybody. No,
Do I know that?
I don't really give a shit.
He would tell you, but he doesn't know his name.
Neither does Kevin.
Because I would tell you because I don't know his name.
Oh.
Yeah, he nailed it.
No clue.
No fucking idea who that
The
guy
guy with
is.
the beard, I have no idea what his name is. In fact, almost every time I see him, I'm like, oh, what's that guy doing in the hall? I'm like, oh, I think he works here. That's just the truth. Guilty as charged. Here was one question that came to us. If everybody on the show were a working actor, what type of character would each of us be typecast as? Denny's likely is going to play every single stoner role that comes down the pike.
Oh, yeah.
That's how he was casted in Victims Galore, as a stoner.
Well, I think you can do it. I mean, it's probably very similar to like how people look at the show and the characters that we have on the show. And I mean, I guess it's close to our real life, but I'd probably be the villain and everything. I get the freaking evil eyes. I'm going to be that guy. You know, I'm like the one dude from Bloodline who was in Rogue One. He played the bad guy in Rogue One. I saw a preview for another movie, and now he's a bad guy in another one. He's like the new, and you never know the names of the bad guys. He was the bad guy in Bloodline. He was the bad guy in Rogue One. He's the bad guy in this other movie, and I saw there was another movie he's a bad guy in. So that's like his thing now. He's going to be the bad guy of either this generation or this decade or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so that would be me because I've got the face. I can look like a freaking asshole evil person. So
Out of touch old guy over here fucking thought he was awesome in Rogue One.
yeah,
I thought it was great.
He was fantastic in Bloodline. He really was. And I would tell you, season 1, season 2, gosh, I wish they could have redone season 3 of Bloodline. But he was very good. He was just one of those people like, oh my gosh, this guy is so just a different type of menacing. He was like a smoker, like dirty teeth, just like, wow, what a ratchet person this guy is. And he played it so well. See, very good actor, very good at being that kind of role.
It's good.
So I think that'd be me. Virginia, I don't know.
You ever
I
see?
could be multidimensional. I could be like a mom. I could be like a party girl, or I could be anything in between.
Do you ever see The Devil Wears Prada? You know,
Yeah. I haven't seen
Meryl
that, no.
Streep's character. She's like the real mean,
Anna Wintour? Yeah.
the
I would
mean,
love to play her.
cold woman.
Yeah,
Oh, give it. I would love to play her.
think that'd be her.
Yeah, that'd
Okay.
be fun.
I could see Virginia in like the Bad Moms. That just came out. They just did a second one. I could see Virginia. In
Not
that
playing,
too.
not playing a warm, nurturing. Like
No, she'd just be a crazy ass, like like they are. They're like, yeah, they're drinking and just throwing all this
Yeah.
fun. It's kind of like how we'd all like to live, but there's just that thing called
Yeah,
repercussions.
You would play the out of line. Definitely. That's how I would cast you.
Okay.
You don't what you want to be. But,
I think I'm multidimensional. I think I have range.
okay, I would love to see you do a scene where you play a warm, nurturing woman.
I do it every night with my cheering.
I want to see. I'd like to see this on video. Not with your kids. Like a real acting scene. This is acting.
I can go there, bro.
I'm going to say from old school Jaybird as a Frank the Tank, he gets into that role and can't break out of it.
I'm pigeonholed in my role.
You're pigeonholed.
I'll try to do something serious and it gets 3.
He's like the dorky guy from Road Trip.
No, he's Frank the Tank. He's Frank the Tank.
I'm cooler than the roach. Fuck this shit. Get outta
He's
here.
Frank the Tank. In fact, he's in real life. He's so much like Frank the Tank because in old school, I'm gonna get a spoiler alert. Frank the Tank, he tries to get married, and Frank the Tank is kind of like this guy. He just can't. He is who he is.
He can't change. He's
and
not
he-
making the adjustment.
He tries though. He gives it a full effort into domestication, and it just doesn't happen. He's just Frank the Tank. He can't break the mold. He sleeps on everybody's couch. He's that guy that's up at the radio station in his underwear, like up there just playing whatever he wants to hear.
I wish I could wear my underwear to work. They stopped that.
You never just came in and draws, did you?
No. I'm being cute.
I wish y'all would.
Another deep discussion with Jaybird and Denny's. They were asking the question of one another. I'm not sure exactly what was happening when they brought this up.
We were blowing each other.
Probably, yeah. At least heavy petting.
Takes a hit of peen, hit of the bong. Hit of peen, hit of the bong.
Sometimes you
I
get
got
it
this. I get this visual. Yeah, just
What
going
a
back and forth.
romantic night.
Just sucking and blowing, Virginia. That's all it is.
Sucking. That's our new nickname. Suck and blow.
Who's sucking, who's blow?
They're interchangeable.
They got this amazing coordinated thing where one hits, one blows, one. It's just amazing. So they're both intertwining, like sucking, hitting. It's just amazing.
I'd imagine
It's choreographed perfectly.
If me and Denny's got sent away to prison for life, we would probably end up just being a couple. I'd imagine, right? If you're there for life.
Yeah, I mean, he's clean, you're clean. You know what's up. I think
Yeah.
you should pair off.
Okay.
That's-
If me and you were there, I think we'd have to do the same thing, right?
I'd say I don't know.
Kevin would resist.
Yeah.
I think Denny's would be like, all right, man, let's just do
Yeah.
it.
Whatever, man.
Suck and blow, bro.
I really think I'd be the outsider. I'd be very much alone, or I would keep to myself. I'd be that
Here's
guy.
Denny's.
Yeah.
Denny's, if we got thrown to prison together for life, would we end up probably fuck?
I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah, just because of
probably.
familiarity.
Is that where Jaybird hid his fucking chocolate pie?
Somebody delivered
Golly.
this chocolate pizza.
Holy shit, man. I mean,
from
wow.
The second floor that normally hates us.
Yeah.
This lady came up and she loves us, which is so rare from the second floor. And she made this beautiful,
Show that on
gorgeous
camera.
chocolate pizza.
So Jaybird brings this thing in, and I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, holy shit, that does look really good. And then he's like going, yeah, it's great from the second floor. And he quickly closes the lid and it just like disappears. I'm like going, all right, Virginia's like, I guess we're not going to get to try because we totally got chalk blocked.
I never seen.
Jaybir's totally like chocolate
I never
blocked.
seen a lid.
But no, it didn't.
It closed so fast.
How often does he leave shit and food all over the counter?
All
Always.
over.
And this time now, where is it?
He hid it.
Denny's just found it. It was
He hid
hidden
it.
over there. Motherfucker's
Hidden
hiding
on a
it
chair,
from us.
pushed under the counter so nobody would get
I
in
wonder
his
where that thing went. I
chocolate.
look around, I'm like, where'd that damn chocolate pie go?
There's a lot of character assassination going on right now. I don't like this
What
shit.
part of it's not true?
What are you talking about?
Guilty.
Oh,
I thought we were
he's
talking
so
about me
guilty.
and Denny 69 in each other.
We were until
We'll
I
get to
realized
that in a
until I
minute.
realized you freaking hid the chocolate pie from her so you could take it home all for your damn self.
No, take a piece.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
You're fucking
right.
diet ass. You
yeah.
look at it over
Am I lying or am I lying, Virginia?
He hid the pie.
Like Kevin's
Oh,
gonna
God,
have,
hit a little close to
Kevin,
home, didn't I?
You won't even sniff it.
God, I
You
looked at it, I
diet
was like,
pansy.
I would have done a taste, Virginia, but now it's
I want a
like,
taste. Denny's, give me a taste.
You guys want a
Virginia,
slice?
don't do it. You're going to break his heart.
I know. He
You're
wants
not-
his pie so bad.
Eat the-
He wants it all to
I do
himself.
not.
He don't want nobody to touch
I
it.
do
He
not.
actually took the time. He doesn't put anything away. He
Never.
actually took the time to put the lid on this thing, hide it away so that no one else would find it. And Denny's just unfoiled his
Oh,
plan.
I'm sorry, I moved it. Jeez.
Thanks a lot, Denny. I thought we were gonna die together in each other's arms.
What happened to suck and blow?
That fell apart quick. You guys are more than welcome to have as much pie as you
He
want.
That's
doesn't mean
insincere.
it. He totally doesn't
Oh,
mean
my
it.
gosh.
God,
I'm not that
he does
fat.
not mean it.
If you even come like close to that pie, he will eyeball you.
He honestly, it's been. I can guarantee it's been in the back of his mind the entire time. He's looking so forward to just getting home,
Look.
opening that thing up, sitting down.
Bottom line is, I love pie more than you motherfuckers.
All right, let's get back to him fucking you.
All right, so where were we?
So you're in prison.
All right.
Okay. What were you saying, Kev? It's fun.
You're definitely gay for this day, and he's your girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm saying if we got locked up together.
The loneliness would get real, and then
If
we
it's-
know each other.
If it's life in prison.
Yeah, if it's life in prison, I mean, of course. I mean, probably in the first month.
Well, I don't know about that.
He's giving it up right away.
Week 1, Denny's is like, get on this.
He goes right in. They put him in their cell. He just bends over.
Well, ultimately, if it's gonna happen, you might as well just start it early.
You're right. It's gonna happen.
What's the difference between doing it 2 years
There's
later?
no
and just now?
talking. He just goes in, drops his pants, and bends
Take
over.
me.
The only problem, I think I'd end up like really fall in love with Denny. I think the love would be too strong. I'd end up trying to run the block. It's like you're not gonna touch my man. Very protective.
Shivving people.
So anyway, the question that these two had while sitting down, whatever they were doing, have the majority of men masturbated at least one time to a cartoon?
In their life. Because they have a lot of porn cartoons.
Porn-toon?
Denny's doesn't think every guy has done that, or majority of guys.
Yeah, majority. Nah.
I think majority, I would say over 60% have.
Yeah, I have, I think twice. Let me explain why.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, tell us about it.
I was about 13 years old.
It was Garfield.
Hey, look, but there's no judgment here.
Loves Kevin, hates Mondays.
Everybody's got a different pussy.
Oh, wait. That's orange pussy right
Oh,
there.
so bright.
Right.
And there was this cartoon that they put on at my buddy's party. It was called Heavy Metal.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
oh,
absolutely.
Kev, thank you.
Yeah.
That's the first one I jerked off to.
Yeah, and so, and I was at the point where, like, I didn't have access to, back then you couldn't, boy, I grew up in a tough time, Virginia, where we just didn't have,
I know. It was hard in the 30s.
yeah, we just didn't have porn laying around. I know today people are like, What do you mean you couldn't get your hands on porn? I couldn't get my hands on legit porn. I mean, where would I get it? You know, you'd have to go into a store. They wouldn't sell it to me. It was somebody, I mean, the only way I ever saw it, the first time I saw it was my buddy Josh would raid his creepy uncle's stash and bring it into school and then like sell them.
Well, and sometimes it would get so desperate there'd be nothing around. You're like, I guess I'm going with Better Homes magazine.
Better Homes and Gardens?
You're just trying to find shit.
Or like National Geographic.
So yeah, so mine, it was cartoon porn, and it was like, so, and that was all I had and knew, and so that was mine. But it, you know, not like I'm seeing Jessica Rabbit. Like,
no. But it was merely just every man, most at least once.
And it's been a while. So I mean, if that's the argument, then yes, I have.
Have you, Denny's?
You know, I'm not much into the cartoons, but funny enough, Heavy Metal was like one of the first ones too, but it was on one of the scrambled channels, and we had an old TV, and if you could turn the little attenuation knobs, you could almost get the scrambled channel to line up, and you could see some cartoon titties. It was insane.
Cartoon titties.
Well, Heavy Metal is the infamous couch humping. That's what I was watching.
You hump the couch to Heavy Metal.
Oh my God! I didn't know what was happening. I was like, oh my gosh, what? My penis is hard. What does this mean?
Yeah, in fact, I think a lot of people, if anybody knows that, and that I don't even think counts like in anything that's weird, or it's just, I mean, that's like
as an adult, I've never done that, but in my life, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so
dude, we were talking, actually, Bird and I, funny enough, we're talking about the struggle of getting porn back in the day. Now it's so prevalent.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, kids today have no idea what it was like. I mean, you'd say that to me, going, what do you mean you couldn't get your hands on porn? Like, what?
It's almost too easy
You
now.
couldn't see any boobs.
Take away social media, take out, you know, the internet, take out, you know, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, it becomes very difficult.
How do they make any money on those porn sites? Everyone's going to it free. By the clicks?
By the ads on them, yeah. Everything's ad-based now. People hate having to, like, subscribe or pay for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing interrupts your jerk session like a commercial.
Yeah, I'm trying to jerk it over here to a cartoon.
Especially, yeah. Especially if the commercial goes. A lot of times, like if you're jerking off, you're watching something sexy, and it does go to a commercial. Depends on what that commercial is.
That's why I'll never watch anything on my phone, because one time I was watching something, I'm like, yeah, and then my dad texted me, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It popped up right on the screen.
Phones are dangerous.
It's so no phone.
Hey,
stuff.
son, how are you?
Yeah.
It's a jerk off speed block. Yeah.
I had to finish and then call my dad.
It's the worst. Yeah.
Thank goodness you finished, though.
I'm just kidding. I was actually very rattled.
Okay, so Denny says it's not normal. Jaybird, you say that it is to jerk off to a cartoon.
I say it's majority of dudes have probably done it once, at least once in their life, was my argument.
Let's take heavy metal out of the mix, because I think it makes it more, because heavy metal, I think it was, yeah, I mean, it's cartoon porn. So take that one out of the mix. Anything aside from a cartoon porn like heavy metal.
There was, when I was a little bit younger, during these hard times we lived in, when there was nothing around, it was like a generic Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, but they were a little off on the face, and yeah.
You jerked off to Mickey?
I got turned on by it. No, it was Minnie was in there. He was having sex with Minnie Mouse.
Oh, they were getting it on? Oh,
Yeah.
so it wasn't officially like a Disney-sanctioned
No.
cartoon.
It was like an off. It was just like a heavy metal thing. She had a dress on, and but they, like, in the face, they were more rat than mouse.
Remind me not to go to Disney with you.
Oh, no. Like I said, it was these hard, desperate times when you were young.
It was a struggle back.
Yeah, and believe me, I wasn't like, oh, this is fucking great, Mickey. No, it wasn't like that.
Get her, Mickey.
He'll go gay easily, but only if he has to.
Now I kind of feel weird. I'm telling about that Mickey Mouse story.
Right after talking about fucking Denny's.
See, I'm not weird by that. No, I'm okay with that.
I'm giving Rocco a bunch of Mickey toys for Christmas. I'm just going to feel weird.
No, it's not the actual. I'm not trying to ruin. Oh, jeez. It really wasn't the Mickey and Minnie. It was like Dickie and Ginny.
What?
I don't know.
All right, that might be.
Are you sober?
That's redundant.
Yes.
Yeah, that might be a sign we gotta go.
It's the end of the year.
Yeah.
We like to end on a poor note.
Yeah. Well, if you thought today was lively, wait till you catch us tomorrow. We got cocktails. So, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah,
It'll be
baby.
just as shitty but drunk.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, make sure you check out Buzz Chicken and Seafood. 7 locations in Palm Beach County with that bird sauce.
Bird sauce.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some of it at the Feast of the Seven Fishes. I'm just saying.
You should.
I will.
Okay.
You should come.
All right. We'll see you to wrap up the year tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.